Hey there, so I had some birthday money and I wanted to order something. And I just went on Amazon UK. Well, I did it yesterday, and I ordered two films. Ordered two new Arrow Blu-rays. I ordered The Exterminator, which by the way is $6.95 right now. Incredible price, and I think that's a Dude Designs cover, so check it out. And of course, because I want to get a lot of my Argento stuff collected and out of the way, I wanted to get the fantastic movie Deep Red, better known as Profondo Rosso, and just a great film. But I want to talk more about The Exterminator today. Of course, which starred Robert Ginty and of course was done by James Glickenhaus, the same guy that did McBain and some other cool movies. But this one here is one that really stuck with me. I used to rent this movie and its sequel over and over again when I was a kid. It was just one of those movies that was very different, very cool, because usually when you had one of these badass good guys, they had a very distinguishable look to them, a very harsh look. If it was like a Charles Bronson or a Dolph Lundgren or a Arnold Schwarzenegger, Robert Ginty didn't look like that. Robert Ginty really literally did look like the guy next door type, and yet when he did this role, he could pull that off and still look like he could really seriously be doing the things that he does in this film. And that's one of the geniuses of it. That's why I like films like this. These are the true dark, gritty, brutal films, not like the stuff you see today. And if you haven't checked out The Exterminator or any of that style of film, I really suggest you do. I'm a really revenge film fan myself, so today I just didn't pick revenge films, so to say. I'll do that on another list. But I decided to pick 5 DVDs out that I think that everybody should have in their collection that has a kind of a cool vibe to them, and they're all action ones. I usually do a lot of horror stuff, so I decided I want to do something a little bit different, do some action. And so let's get into these right now. The first one is the Arrow release of Foxy Brown. Foxy Brown is a fantastic Pam Grier film, very cool. And this is very much kind of a cool revenge film. Basically, her boyfriend gets gunned down by these drug kingpin, drug kingpin, and it's a revenge film. It's a brutal, freaking revenge film. Antonio Fargas has a pretty cool role in this as her younger brother, and there are some great, fantastic features on here. Stuff like talking to Fred the Hammer Williamson. We talked to Austin Stoker, of course, who was in A Sheba Baby with her, and of course Roseanne Keaton, who was in Ebony, Ivory, and Jade. They talk to, they do a lot about blaxploitation and stuff on here. Just a fantastic film. But that's this is the alternate cover. There are 2 covers to this. This here being the other one, and I keep changing them back and forth and on almost a daily basis because, well, they kick ass. And we're not just talking about one Pam Grier movie that you should have in your collection, because Pam Grier kicks major ass, and she's really cool. You also should have Coffee. Coffee is a fantastic film, and I'm waiting for Scream Factory Arrow to bring this one out on a nice Blu-ray one, poured over the audio commentary, because Jack Hill's commentaries. Jack Hill did Foxy Brown, and he did Coffee. I love Jack Hill's commentaries, and yeah, very cool guy. This one here has Sid Hagen in it, of course, and who's in a lot of movies with Pam Grier. Pam Grier is phenomenal. She's an amazing woman, looks fantastic, kicks butt. This one was done in 1973. I don't quite remember when that one was done. I think it was done later, but both of these are fantastic films. Coffee just gets a little bit of an edge, I think, even though this is probably known as her most iconic role. Both of these have some fantastic stuff, and again, this is another one about basically drug pushers again. This one has to do with her little sister, and she goes on a vengeance spree. So yeah, that's 2 vengeance movies, even though I didn't say I was doing a vengeance one. It's kind of a theme with those 2. 3, actually. Next up is Savage Streets. Savage Streets with Linda Blair is a fantastic film. Fantastic soundtrack. Great directing. This movie is directed by the guy that directed Friday the 13th, The Final Chapter. No, that's Joseph Zito. He directed Red Scorpion. The guy that directed this directed Friday the 13th, A New Beginning. That's part 5. Yeah, I almost messed up there. But, and it is, if you remember how sleazy and nudity filled part 5 was, well, you want to thank him for this one. This is actually a really good film. A lot of it is known for, of course, the iconic outfit she wore. Doesn't quite look like that, I don't think, in the movie. The bathtub scene, which many, many young boys rewound and rewound and rewound and rewound and still rewind, or nowadays pause. And of course the brutal rape sequence with Linnea Quigley as her younger mute sister, and it was pretty brutal. Even as brutal as it was, originally the director wanted to make it even more brutal than that. There were rumors that the director also directed porn films. I don't know if that's true or not. I heard it is, but don't let that sway you, because Savage Streets is a fantastic action film, a great revenge tale. It's pretty brutal, so it's not one for the kids, but it's one that you do want to check out. It is a great film, and it belongs in every collection. If you don't have Savage Streets, almost every version of that is fantastically packed with great special features. So make sure you get the right one. I like the Arrow version myself. It's really hard to find now, but definitely a fantastic film. Next up, of course, is Revenge of the Ninja. Again, we got the revenge word in there. Don't worry, they're not all going to be revenge-ish. And of course, this one is Sho Kosugi doing his ninja skills again. A band of ninja assassins slaughter his family. And this is the uncut version, so yeah, you see the slaughtering of his family and killing a kid. And I think the kid is played actually by son in this one, Kane, which would be pretty brutal. But fantastic film. Sho Kosugi was the ninja guy to go to back in the day. I remember loving this film. It's been a while since I've seen it, but again, this is another Golden Globus one. I really hope that Scream Factory or Arrow end up putting this out of both of them, because you know what? Sometimes they get cool, different features. I know that I'm going to be grabbing the Arrow version of Phantom of the Paradise down the road, but if Scream Factory comes up with some nice, cool features, I'll grab that one as well. Next up is a 4-pack, some really cool action, sci-fi stuff. It was so good, in fact, that I ended up getting a second copy for someone, and don't know it soon enough. And it is this one here, the 4 Sci-Fi Movie Marathon. These sets that Show Factory put out are absolutely fantastic. Arena is a great 80s film. I just love it. It's just so cool. Basically a kind of a gladiator type sport. And with, you know, man versus alien monster type of thing. Very cool. We got eliminators here. You know, Andrew Prine, Denise Crosby, kind of just like this cool action thing. You got ninjas in this movie. You got mysterious scientists, beautiful women. You got the evil scientists as well. America 3000, which is right here. That one, of course, has Lauren Landon, of course, was the main girl in the Maniac Cop film. This, I think, is about like kind of like Amazon women in the future type thing. Very, very cool stuff. And cool, cheesy, The Time Guardian, which of course has Carrie Fisher in it, guys. Carrie Fisher, Tom Burlinson, who, if you don't remember the name now, if you remember the old Western movie that Disney put out, The Man from Snowy River, and Return of the Man from Snowy River, well, that was Tom Burlinson. And also we got Dean Stockwell on that one as well. Time Guardian is probably actually my least favorite of all these here. But it's, you know, that's a good widescreen presentation. The other ones are done full frame, but I think most of these films that are full frame were actually full frame originally, and so you don't really mind that, because these were ones that were, you know, basically they came on VHS at the time, and it's really cool that these are getting released anyway at all, and just some fantastic stuff. So that's my 5 picks for tonight. 5 movies that if you get a chance to see them, definitely check them out. If you get a chance to own them, you definitely should own. Any of these 5 films would make a great addition to anyone's collection. Fantastic, fun films to watch. I'm about to go and watch some stuff right now, and then I'm going to have a drink. And you know what I'm going to drink, guys? Yeah, you do, because it's at night. I'm relaxing, and haven't had any today, so right now it is time for tea.